Hey you guys, it's Crystal from the Abundantly Blessed Homestead, where we use the wisdom of our ancestors to make amazing, nourishing, delicious meals for our family and grow some of our own food. Today is Azure haul day. I have a lot of numbers to go over with you guys. This haul was mainly a pantry restock before winter. So we're going to be going over all the details. I also stocked up on a lot of spices, and I have a price comparison with Azure versus Walmart, and spoiler alert, Azure isn't always cheaper, so we're going to talk about that. But first, if you've never ordered from Azure Standard and this video somehow inspires you to make your first order, would you please use my link down below? When you use that link to make your first order, they'll give you what's called a share code, and you can use that share code to share with your friends, and when they make their first order of $100 or more, you get $25 off of your next order. So check it out. It's in the links down below. Also, I have a cookbook that's out. It's only $18, 230 nutrient-dense recipes. All you do is click, pay, and I ship it right to you. So check all those things out down in the description box, along with a ton of free-to-you discount codes for a lot of popular sites. So check it out. So we have a lot of big items first, so I think I'm going to show you guys those first. Okay, so first up is this very large bag, 50 pounds of organic potatoes. That came down to $5.99 for a 5-pound bag. The grand total was $59.95, so that's only $1.19 a pound for organic potatoes. That's pretty good. Next item was 25 pounds of organic brown sprouted rice. This one was $38.89 total, which took it down to $1.55 a pound. This is Azure's all-purpose cleaner. I love this. I've actually used this to clean a stove before. It cuts through grease. It's amazing. I went ahead and bought 5 gallons. It usually lasts us about a year for $34.76. And then right next door to that is the organic apple cider vinegar from Azure Standard. This was $57.95 for 5 gallons, but it took the price down to $11.59 a gallon. I know you might be asking, why does she need all that apple cider vinegar? I do have a video over here on the playlist here on the channel that talks about proper preparation of grains. So if you are a person that eats lots of beans and rice, or maybe you're stocking up for the end of the world and you're stocking beans and rice, you really need some apple cider vinegar. I'll just keep it at that. You guys need to go watch that channel. It's very, very affordable, and it helps make the foods more bioavailable for your body and give you less side effects, I'll say that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to what I ordered. So we needed some more vanilla extract. This is a 16-ounce little jar for $13.05. Dish soap, citrus scent, $19.36 for an entire gallon. We've got some raw almonds, 1 pound for $12.54. Parchment baking paper from If You Care, so it means it's not bleached. This whole roll for $6.92 for 70 square feet. I bought a bag of 1 pound of lasagna for $6. This is lasagna noodles. Typically I don't buy these, but for a quick meal, they would work really, really well for either myself or somebody who is in need of a hot meal that I end up making. $6, they were in the clearance section. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to spices. I have all of my numbers. I'm going to be referencing this, so if you see me looking down at something, that's what I'm looking at. So this was the stock up for winter. So we have chili powder from Azure Standard. This is 1 pound for $12.44. So how this compares to Walmart, let's talk about it. So chili powder from Walmart, $2.18 an ounce. Azure's 77 cents an ounce. So big win, organic chili powder. The next spice is organic smoked paprika, 1 pound for $9.90. And if I look on my list here, Walmart is at $2.72 an ounce, and Azure is at 61 cents an ounce. So huge savings there. Next one is garlic granules, 1 pound for $13.92 from Azure. Garlic powder, because they don't sell granules there. But garlic powder from Walmart is $1.74 an ounce. Azure's comes down to 87 cents an ounce, so another win. Organic cinnamon ground, 1 pound for $9.53. Cinnamon from Walmart, $2.91 an ounce. Azure cinnamon, 59 cents an ounce, another win. Dill weed, Azure Standard 4 ounce, $8.95 from Azure. From Walmart, $7.27 an ounce. This one I was very shocked about. Azure's came all the way down to $2.23 an ounce. So way big win there. Now this is the only one that Azure was not cheaper on. This is organic ground nutmeg. 4 ounces for $14.96. So the breakdown on this was Walmart was $3.62 an ounce. Azure was $3.74. So just slightly higher. All right, ginger powder, organic, 4 ounces, $5.48. If I look on my list here, ginger powder at Walmart, $2.72 an ounce. Azure, $1.37 an ounce. So another win for Azure. Regular paprika powder. This is organic, $5.72 for 4 ounces. When I look at my sheet, Walmart is $2.56 an ounce, and Azure is $1.43 an ounce. So still another win there. And then the final spice I bought was some ground clove powder. We have the, let's see, 4 ounces for $7.09. Clove powder from Walmart is $3.02 an ounce. Azure is only $1.77 an ounce. So another win. All right, let's see what else I ordered. Okay, I bought some organic shredded unsweetened coconut, $25.05 for a 5-pound bag. We have 5 pounds of large cashew pieces for $33. It's 5 pounds. I'm just going to kind of make it like a trail mix between this and the other nut that I ordered. Also considering making some cashew butter. I went ahead and bought some raw tahini butter. This is 16 ounces, I think. It doesn't say. I'm going to guess it's 16 ounces for $8.03. I'm going to use this to make homemade hummus because hummus is the future, right? So I bought that in a 2-pack. Organic coconut sugar. This is 5 pounds for $24.74, which comes down to only $4.94. So I had a huge epiphany this month. I typically use honey and maple syrup to sweeten all of my things, and I looked up a side-by-side sugar comparison between honey and coconut sugar. And guess what? Coconut sugar has less sugar, like grams of sugar per ounce than even honey does. So we don't eat a ton of things that are sweetened, but I went ahead and I used this coconut sugar to do all of my pie fillings and stuff this year. I just kind of switched over some of my jams I use coconut sugar with because it's less sugar than honey itself. All right, next thing. This was also on clearance. This was the Australian roasted carob powder. I'm a huge fan of carob powder in replacement for cocoa powder because it's healthier for you. It doesn't drag on your adrenals like a cocoa powder. And this was 2.2 pounds for only $5.84. So this was a steal. Garbanzo beans to make the hummus. We've got 5 pounds for $12.79. We've got some organic sweet potatoes. This is 3 pounds for $9.75. I've got a whole case of Nancy's sour cream. I have not started making my own sour cream with my new dairy friend. And so I'm still buying it. This is a 6-pack for only $26.05. All right, some baking soda for $7.80. This is a 5-pound bag. We've got avocado, organic avocados. These were on sale this month. $12.11 for 8 of them, which is pretty good for organic. Then I have my cheeses I typically buy every month. This is raw jalapeno jack at $8.34 a pound. This is a 5-pound block. And I also bought Romano medium shredded organic cheeses for cooking. This is not raw. And this one came down to $8.80 a pound. And that's my Azure order. However, as soon as I finish posting this video, I'm going to start on my next video, which is a video response to someone who had asked me last month in my Azure videos about how much do I save with my garden produce. And so I have added up everything up to this point, including all of the produce we take out of our orchard. And I can't wait to share those numbers with you. So if you guys want to stick around the channel and click on the next video, you guys will get all of the numbers to see how much savings there is in preparing and canning your own food. If you guys are interested in that, that's awesome. Hey, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button if you guys like this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.